Hey, it's TaxQuips time from TaxMama.com. Today, TaxMama hears from Karaya in the TaxQuips Forum, who's frustrated. She says, I filed an injured spouse form 8379, because a huge part of my refund was retained to pay a student loan debt by my spouse before we were married. IRS sent me a notice that they couldn't process the request because it was incomplete. They said all income amounts, withholding, deductions, rents, exemptions, and so forth, must be allocated to the appropriate spouse. What do I do now? Dear Karaya, yes, it can be confusing, and to save time in the future, only withhold enough to cover your share of the taxes or to end up with a tiny refund so you both don't end up owing. In order for IRS to give you back your share of the refund, they need to know the numbers. So you need to fill out all of Part 3. Enter the amounts from your tax return into column A. Enter the amounts that relate to your income in column B. Enter the difference, or the amount that relates to your husband's income, in column C. Without that information, how does IRS know how much refund is yours? If you don't enter your wages or business income into column B and your husband's wages or business income into column C, which is the one you left blank, how can IRS know what your share of the income should be? In an injured spouse situation, IRS is only going to give you your share of the refund. You need to tell IRS how much of the refund is yours and why. This form is designed to explain it to them. If the refund is generated by your husband's income and withholding, you may not be entitled to any of it. However, if you're in a community property state, then split half of the amounts, including the withholding, and put them all into column A. Put one half into each of the other two columns. Include an explanation that you're doing this split because you live in a community property state. I hope this makes sense to you. And remember, you can find answers to all kinds of questions about being an injured spouse and other tax issues free. Where else? At TaxMama.com.